Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good vibes, good energy, good people. It's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe right now. Also, if you want to support my brand, it's inspiredbydreams.shop. All you have to do is go to the website, enter your email, and you are now unlocked the art and the creativity of an original fashion designer. Okay, today's episode, this is really deep, man. For all the females and all the young girls out there just hearing these stories, we hear with Bad Baby, she made almost millions and millions of dollars on OnlyFans, but they never tell you, the bad side of things and what could happen with all this attention being put on you when it's sexualized attention. And today I have some stories in this conversation I want to open you guys' eyes up to, and people have to understand with everything that's when you're dealing with just selling your body, it's almost like selling your soul. You're giving your body away, showing you it's a lot of things that come behind that you lose in the future that you don't see now. So yes, I guess there are people making money off it, but is the money good money? Is that money is it gonna help your character, or is it gonna decline your character? We are living in the times of social media where your resume is being put on Front Street. So just be careful for the young ladies growing up, all the young girls just looking to make a career. This is not the way to go. Do not sell your body, sell your soul to people that don't care about you. 9 out of 10 times, the people that's watching you, they are addicted to porn. They are looking at you in a sexualized way. They are not men like myself that will look at you for what you have on the inside and adore you for what you have on the outside. These are men that just want to use you for what you have down there. So you guys pay attention, and I hope that if you did make this mistake, you came out of it, thank God you're still here, you came out of it alive, because that's how serious this thing is. Alright, love you guys, and for all my new supporters, love you guys too. Thanks for supporting the channel, and let's jump into this conversation. Let's get it.
Mickey made it. Mickey made what you made, Mickey.
Salute.
Mickey made it.
Salute, Mickey. Grand rising to you.
Mickey made it. What's up, man? Salute.
OnlyFans content creators. Have you ever wondered what happens to your content, especially your sexually explicit content, when you decide to leave the platform? Well, you might not like what I'm about to tell you. By being a content creator on OnlyFans, you grant the platform a far-reaching license to all of the content that you post there. The license is perpetual, which means it's never-ending, it's worldwide, it's royalty-free. It also gives OnlyFans the right to sub-license to other individuals. So essentially, OnlyFans can change, adapt, display, distribute, and basically do whatever they want with all of your content. And what's really important to note is that this license does not end once you delete the account. So now that you know that all of the content that you post on OnlyFans really isn't yours, be careful when you decide to use this platform and be very sure about what you put on there.
Question for the ladies. Can you come back from OnlyFans? Like, can OnlyFans now be considered you in your whole phase, and then now you're trying to turn your life around? Because I've seen this a lot on social media where it's like girls tried it and then they realize like, I'm not a porn star. So like, is that legal? Can you do that? Or like you just forever branded, for the streets? Y'all let me know what y'all think.
I was a stripper. I did OnlyFans. I live in my truth. And I am ashamed at the behavior I've done because I am now 28 years old. I'm actually 28 years young on this earth. And I can say that I'm ashamed. Because of a lot of different reasons. I can sit here and I can talk to women and explain to younger girls coming up and things. I thought it was cool. I thought this is what I wanted to do. I thought this is how I wanted to live. But all these females that you guys look up to in the industry, that the media pushes you, they're all miserable. They have no peace. They cry every night. They are not happy with themselves. They hate themselves. So much so, they get surgeries and they try to fit themselves to be in something they're not, and they're never gonna fulfill it because they're not fulfilled on the inside.
Here's why starting an OnlyFans was the worst decision I made in my life.
Did not realize that I was literally selling parts of my soul and the money could have never made it worth it. I just wish that someone would have warned me and told me that I was going to be later experiencing PTSD from the sexual trauma and the experiences that I was subjecting myself to on a daily basis. Did not know that I would later need to be in trauma counseling. It brought me into way darker places than I ever could have imagined, and I never want to go back there. I wish I could go back in time to who I was before I started doing all that stuff and just tell myself that the money is not worth it. Keep your happiness. And that's all I want to tell any girl who's thinking about starting an account. I just hope I can save even just one girl from going through the pain and the trauma that I am now going through because I subjected myself to that for the last couple years.
So when I got off of OnlyFans, I had significant debt. I got off of OnlyFans last year, in the beginning of last year, and I owed taxes for the previous year, right? And so now I'm not making that money anymore. And I just want to encourage you guys, because this is actually happening right now to me. I had a letter from the IRS stating that I owed $288,000, and then from the Tax Board of California, I owed $88,000. So that's state tax and federal tax. So I was able to pay off the $288,000 to the IRS because I liquidated my brokerage account, my IRA, my life insurance policy, and I used all that up, all of it. I have no more savings. So that was a really hard time in my life, but it brought me through some crazy circumstances with the Lord and trusting in God to provide my needs like He promises in the Bible. But I want to tell you something. I still owe that $88,000 to the Tax Board of California, and that they just sent me their final letter of saying like, hey, this is going to go into collections literally next month. They said that they're going to put a lien on my credit. They're going to potentially garnish my wages, all that stuff. It looks really scary, right? Like the mountains in our life, the giants in our life that are calling us out, picking on us. It's really scary. But I want to encourage you, tell that mountain, that giant in your life, how big your God is. He is bigger than those problems. He created you to be here right now. He never promised that life was easy. There will be mountains, there will be giants that happen and come into your life and feel like it sits on your chest, gives you anxiety, pain, struggle. But you tell them how big your God is. So, life's looking really scary for me right now, right? This mountain is talking back. This giant is sitting on my chest. And I got down on my knees last night and I was like, Lord, surprise me. I'm going to take a step of faith and know who my God is. I was like, my taxes are not bigger than the Lord. Absolutely nowhere close to bigger than my God and what He can provide and what He can do, because He has plans to prosper me, not to go under. So I want to encourage you, if you are dealing with financial strain, if you're dealing with addiction, if you're dealing with family struggles, friend struggles, relationship struggles, they are not bigger than your God, the creator of the universe. They are not bigger. Cry out to God. But have faith enough to say, you know what, God? Surprise me. Surprise me. Because He cares so much about you. He loves you. He wouldn't have sent His Son to shed blood for you. He wouldn't have. So I encourage you. Ask God to surprise you. But have faith to know that He will. Nothing is bigger than our God. No mountain, no giant.
If you're a young girl and you start an OnlyFans, you are so cooked. Now, you might not feel it in the short term, but in the long term, it is going to massively impact your life. Because let me tell you something, no good guy is gonna wanna know and settle down for somebody who sold her body online when she was younger. Yeah, you might find some nice guy who's like, oh, whatever, it's okay. But deep down inside, he is never going to respect you. I'm sorry. He is never going to respect the fact that you put your body all over the internet and you're selling it, and it's internet prostitution, paying to see somebody's body. You're cooked for the long term. Does that mean you could find somebody in the future who's going to forgive you? Yes, of course, that is definitely a possibility. But deep down inside, there is that respect element that is always going to be lacking. And unfortunately, there are some mistakes that you cannot reverse. That is permanent forever. Selling your body is permanent forever. And no actual good guy who will want to fall in love with you and provide and protect for you in the future and actually take you seriously and respect you is going to tolerate that. It's just the truth.
Fun fact, I didn't even know what this was until like a month ago. One of my friends...
And this isn't towards her at all, but a lot of women think that having an OnlyFans is empowering, but let me ask you this. What's empowering with showing that the most valuable thing about you is your looks? How does that make you empowering at all? Because if you choose to make that your career, then you're showing that that's a very valuable trait of yours. I really don't think it's empowering, because if it's empowering, then why 15 years from now people are regretting their decisions with that? Also, my personal opinion on women having sugar daddies, I believe they're very selfish and they're bad people in general. I'm not saying this goes for every single girl that has a sugar daddy, but I've met them, like those type of girls, on my own, and they're very concerning.
Some of you girls are about to get so mad at me right now for what I'm about to say. But I'm going to say it, because this is my TikTok. I despise OnlyFans. I don't despise the people somewhat, but I feel like it's a dink to your character a little bit. Just a little bit. It's glorified, falsely glorified, because people do make money and they get a lot of money. You don't think I could do it? I could do it. I would quit my 9 to 5, pay off a house, and Lucy would have a golden freaking litter box of shit in. But I can't do it because my conscience won't let me support something like this, because I feel like it's setting a wrong example for girls after us. Girls don't want to be ambitious anymore, or finish school, or get a degree. They're more wanting lip fillers and a boob job first because of this kind of stuff. We keep going that road and this whole world is just going to be plastic. I feel like that kind of stuff should be safe for your man anyways. But whatever, as long as you're making money, right? Anyways, I said what I said, and it's just my opinion. But I'm sure a lot of you girls are going to be arguing in the comments. But I won't reply because I stand pretty firmly.
I did OF and I regret it badly. I'm really outing myself here, but maybe this video will help some people. I did OF for about 3 months. I'm just going to tell you some things that might help you if you're considering doing it. I think a few things that you should consider first is, are you willing to put in the time to do this? Are you willing to be cringe, and also setting boundaries for yourself, because it's so easy to start getting some money and just going past what you're actually comfortable with. That and Paul and all these creators glamorize OnlyFans, and a lot of young girls think, oh, it's gonna be so easy to make money, but in reality, if you don't have a following, it's a fucking grind. You have to be all over all the social media platforms at all times. You have to be on Twitter, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat. You have to be talking to people on the actual app itself. So it is a full-time job in itself, and I was working at the time and I was struggling to fit it all into my day. So I think another thing would be to set time in the morning or the afternoon when you want to talk to people, because you want to make money and you just start getting, it starts getting out of control talking to people all day long. You will do some fucking cringy ass shit. So I signed with an agency towards the end, and they kind of took all rights of my OF, and they were making me do some cringy TikToks that just did not sit right with me. So I think like after doing that was when I was like, this is actually not who I am and not who I want to be on the internet at all. I will be honest with you though, I did it from the end of April until early August, and I think I made about 10,000 Australian dollars. So you can make money on there if you want. I could only commit my time part-time, but if you're doing it full-time and you really wanted to make money, then you know, you just have to consider all these other things, like is it who you want to be, is it in line with, you know, who you are. Reason that I did it is because I wanted to move overseas and I needed an online job that I could do anywhere. So that's why I just hustled for that small amount of time, and I wanted to do that. But I wish I had thought about it much harder than I did, because I regret it and I wish I didn't do that. It was a weird part of my life. And also, don't be surprised if people that you know sign up to your OF. I think I got maybe 120 subscribers in that time that I did it, and you'd be surprised. A lot of them are people that you used to work with, people that you used to go to school with. Don't always believe things that you are seeing online. All of these people on TikTok are doing these cringy videos to go viral, and you're falling for it, and you are sharing it, you're commenting on it, and you're making these videos go viral. I think you know the girls that I'm talking about. And yeah, they're killing it. They're making a lot of fucking money because people are curious. Let me know if you've got any questions in the comments, and I'd be happy to help.
My mental health since I've started this has just slowly like been on such a decline. Like I feel a little bit dead inside. I feel completely desensitized. Not to sound funny, but I really don't feel any type of desire or like attraction to men in general anymore. Just know that if you are a person who's ever been interested in doing this, there really are so many downsides. At this point, and I'm like willing to admit this now, there's no amount of money that you can give me right now to like make me feel like giving myself away in certain aspects, even if they're just a few photos or whatever online. It almost isn't worth it anymore. And while I did have such a strong start and it was so much fun in the beginning, after getting burnt out, I started to just feel really differently about like the types of messages that I was getting. Like seriously, if I had any type of ability to share like the things that people have said, just like how disgusting they are. And also when I get curious and nosy sometimes, like I'll go look at their profile and they have like a whole girlfriend or a whole wife, and sometimes even disgustingly enough they have kids. It makes me feel so conflicted with doing this when I really sit down to think about what the purpose of all this is. It's really just to visually please a bunch of men. I've been sort of exploring the idea of maybe just having my content be focused on, you know, things that I'm actually interested in, which ultimately is not pleasing men in any way, shape, or form. Like, y'all can keep your money at this point.
All I can say is life is a gamble when you play in these types of arenas. Now, when it comes down to you and loving yourself, you know, when people look at young females and just females in general or anybody as an object instead of being human, then you find yourself being attracted to wicked things. People don't just want you for, you know, who you are. People, they tend to hurt you because they're not looking at you like a human. They're looking at you like an object, something that they can just, you know, do and get rid of, you know, like the trash. And that's not how it's supposed to go. You guys got to find love within yourself, and you'll realize a lot of this sex trafficking, things like that, that place is a place for that. It's just like promotion for that, man. For the people that, you know, think about the demographics and the types of people who would watch that and just, you know, sit there and just, they're porn addicted. Wake up, you guys. Till next time, it's your boy Mickey Fenty, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to this channel, you know what to do to this channel. Subscribe, right,